somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel. And the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Just get the play off. Now Prescott. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zaven Collins able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. They'll roll him out right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Murray dancing to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Murray from midfield. Flush to his right. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Here's Connor. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. We're scoreless after one. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Shotgun now from Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Daniels. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First and goal from the 6. They'll run here with Connor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a fourth down. Fourth down, Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, Cardinals! Darrell Daniels from 19 yards away. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 44 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Eluding the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way toward...
He's got him in. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 15.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From the red zone now, Prescott rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And
it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the turnover, here's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Murray now to throw. Buying time to his left. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. To throw is Murray. With a catch made by Hopkins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray forced out to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Steps away to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Touchdown! That's caught. A.J. Green as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is Tony Pollard. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Murray going to throw. Being chased out left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Throwing now is Murray. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Darrell Daniels, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals come.